All right, welcome to this page of the notes. We are still working on solving absolute value equations, but now these are getting considerably more tricky. So we got a lot of stuff to watch out for. There's a lot of things we've gone over so far, and we're going to see just about all of it here in this problem. First thing we need to do in order to solve this absolute value equation is we need to get that absolute value by itself, and it is not by itself. The easiest way to get it by itself is going to be to go ahead and move that x first. Since it's a negative x, I'll add the x to the other side. When I add x to both sides, that is going to leave me with a 2 times the absolute value of x plus 1 equal, hold up. I combined my 1 and my absolute value sign, and that is not right. There's my 1. There's my absolute value. All right, I have a 3x now plus x. That's going to give me 4x plus minus 4. Still not done though. That absolute value is still not by itself. We're going to need to go ahead and divide by 2. So I'll divide both sides by 2. The 2's will cancel on this side. I'm going to need to divide this side by 2, but that means dividing both of these terms by 2. So a better way to write it, just go ahead, write both of them divided by 2. 2's cancel on this side, and just like that, our absolute value is all by itself. Awesome. Over here on this side, 4x divided by 2, well, the 4 and the 2 will reduce to a 2x. Just like in this fraction, the 4 and the 2 will reduce to a 2, but it's negative, so it'll be a minus 2. Now we're all set to do our positive and negative version. So here we go. Positive x plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 2. Let's go ahead and keep things positive if I can. I'm going to subtract this x over here, and I'm going to add this 2 over here. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2x minus an x is just an x. I don't like that symmetric property to flip it. X is equal to 3. Check your answer. We're going to plug a 3 in for x. X plus 1. I'm sorry, x plus 1. X is a 3. My bad. I'm struggling with the mental math. We plug in a 3. 3 plus 1, there we go, is a 4. Take the absolute value of 4, which is 4, multiplied by 2 is 8. Remember, x is a 3. 8 minus 3 gets me a 5. Okay, let's keep going. X is a 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 minus 4, you guessed it, it's a 5. So this answer checks out. Let's go ahead and do the other one. I now need to do the negative version of this guy, which means that I'm going to have x plus 1 is equal. Please be careful here. We saw this in the last problem. You do not have just a single term over here on this side. You now have a binomial, which means when you make it negative, you will need to distribute that minus sign through the parentheses. All right, so here we go. X plus 1 is equal to a negative 2x plus 2. Once again, I'm going to keep things positive. If I can, I'm going to add the 2x to this side. That gets me 3x. I'm going to subtract the 1 to this side. That leaves me with a positive 1, and x is going to be equal to 1/3. All right, here we go. I got my answer, x equals 1/3. Let's go ahead, plug that in, do a little mental math, and see what happens. All right, if I plug a 1/3 in for x, 1/3 plus 1, well, I need a common denominator. So I'm going to turn this into a 3/3. That's going to give me 1/3 plus 3/3, which of course is going to be 4/3. So I take the absolute value of 4/3, which is 4/3, and I multiply by 2. The 2 gets multiplied into the numerator, so 2 times 4/3 would be 8/3. But now I have 8/3 here, which I need to subtract 1/3. We're awesome. We already have a common denominator. 8/3 minus 1/3, 7/3. So over here on this side, we get 7/3. That is awesome mental math, guys. Well done. Here we go. Let's keep going. I plug in 1/3. This side's a lot easier. 3 times 1/3. Those 3's cancel each other out. You're left with just a 1. 1 minus 4. Yeah, it's a -3. I don't think you even need to check. Is 7/3 equal to a -3? No, it's not. Which means that that is my extraneous solution. I only have one true solution, x equals 3. This guy, even though the algebra is correct, not a real solution. Hey, let's go ahead and try another one here.